Anyway, let's get busy. And I'm feeling so much better today. I can't even tell you. Last night was the first night I slept all night in a long time. So, feeling a lot better. My voice is even better, I think. All right, let's get to work. One other thing, you know, the reason I'm running this wrinkle of this clothing down from here is because this is where it's all cinched up, is up here. The leggings, you can see the division here, and I don't know if you can too well, but when they make these leggings, they make them out of one piece of hide, and they just, you know, they just fold them over on themselves, and then you got the top part of the leggings, and they leave it separated so they can tie it at the belt, and that's what holds the leggings on. So this stress wrinkle here is related to what's going on up here. Okay, I just noticed something else as I've been working on this. This part of the leg looks longer than that part of the leg, and it is. I took a measure and marked it on this board, and that's where that knee should be. Is instead of down here, it should be up here. So I'm going to have to lengthen that leg to match the length of this leg. And you know, you make mistakes, and you just have to correct them when you find them. Take that off. Now I'm running out of clay, so I'm going to probably just get this fixed, then I'm going to have to quit because I've got to let the clay soften up so I can get some new clay going. And then we'll cut the leg hair. There we go. Now, just cut the copper tubing. There we go. I want to raise that leg up. Cut it just like that. And I want to put down into the foot. This part right there. Bring this leg up like that. Let's see if I get the right height on this thing. Right down to about there. Okay. Now, I'll just anchor that little bit of armature to that armature. See if that matches where the knee should be, right there to right there. So now both forelegs or lower leg part of the Indian are equal. That works that way. Well, that's as far as I'm going to get today because I want to let this clay set up. It's too soft and warm right now, and it'll stiffen up overnight. Doesn't harden. This is not a hardening clay. It's just clay that stiffens. A little more clay, and I'm going to put a big block of clay in the warmer over there and let that start softening up overnight too, so I can cut it up. Because going doing these legs is taking up an awful lot of clay. There we go. Okay, that should be just fine. Let me stand back and look at this. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to take a cloth that I'm going to dip into wax to make the back loincloth, as you can see right here. Now the reason I'm using the cloth is not to cheat, but it acts as an armature. I could make the loincloth, but it would take me a long time to put rows of clay down and connect them, and it still wouldn't be as strong as something like this with a cloth in the center. I still have to sculpt it, I still have to form it, but a lot of artists do it. They don't talk about it because a lot of people think that's cheating, but it's not. It's no different than using wire for your frame. Okay, when you're dealing with hot wax, you have to protect yourself and the clay. The way I'm going to do that is get my tools out of the way first of all. I've got the pot of hot wax melted. I have a little burner in the studio that I use for that purpose. And then I'm going to get this trash bag here and do is I'm going to wrap it around this like that, there like that, so that I keep hot wax from dripping on the sculpting stand. And from the pot to the piece so that I don't drip on the floor. And I'm going to use some baling wire, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here in a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the corners of the cloth and I put the baling wire through it, and then I bend it back so that it hangs on the baling wire, yet I can, once I put it on, I can take it off without having to touch the hot wax, because the wax is very hot. You can burn yourself really good if you don't handle it right. This is just a method I came up with, and other people may have other methods. Then I dip the wax, the cloth, in the hot wax, or the melted wax, and completely cover it. Now I take the wax-soaked cloth. You can see why. Now, let me change the camera angle so you can see what I'm. There we go. And I just place it on the butt of the Indian. And then I take the wire that I just pulled out and I stick it back into the thing just to anchor it there, because that's all I need to do is just anchor it. That'll keep it from falling down. And I'll let that set up overnight too. Now you see why I didn't bother getting the inside of the leg, because now once this hardens up, I'll cover that with wax or clay, and then I'll fill in down here. Alright. That should do for now. I'm not doing the front one yet because I got to work on the inside of the leg and everything like that. So that'll be it for tonight. And I'm going to set some clay in there to soften up, and put this pot back out on the burner. And I'll head home. I'll see you guys tomorrow.